Hey everyone, today we're going to show you how to use Gemini to create some quick course materials that you can even format into HTML pages in Brightspace, including interactive activities and some nice formatting. So this should be a quick video. We're going to start with Gemini on a new chat, and I'm going to feed it some files. So you want to be looking for files that you can build course materials off of. So if you have an OER textbook, that's ideal, but you can also use lecture notes or anything else that you have content in from your course. So I'm going to upload my textbook for college experience, which is an OER from OpenStax, and also my course guide. And then what we're going to do is once this is done uploading, we're going to use this Canvas button, which is a newer tool in Gemini, and it's going to help us create HTML code that will perfectly format our files for Brightspace. Okay, so they're uploaded, and now I'm going to give it a prompt. I'm going to have it create a study guide. And I'm going to ask it to include some interactive activities. I've got the Canvas button clicked, so then we'll go from here.
And as it's thinking about that, I wanted to just iterate that you do not need to do this in like a particular way. You could do all of these things in separate steps if you'd like. There's been instances where I just take the files and I hit enter and I don't tell it anything. And Gemini will kind of write back saying, thanks for the files. What do I do with these? Or maybe it'll summarize them. So you can really kind of break up the conversation however you best see fit. That's what's really nice about the flexibility with Gemini.
So it's building me a page right now. It's still working. So you can see the wheels are still turning here. Once it's done, it's going to show me a preview. And so it's given me some interactive things for students to click to learn more. Some practice activities that will tell them what they're right or wrong.
Nice.
So from here, you can tailor it however you want to. So maybe you want to use different colors, or you want it to build more content on specific topics, or you don't like a practice activity, however you want to change it, you can ask Gemini to change it, and it will, likely be able to do what you want it to do. So let's say I want to change the headers to purple, and add more, maybe a list of key terms.
You're vibe coding, Shannon.
Yes, vibe coding is what we call this. Whatever you're feeling in the moment, just have it go for it. You can come back to this later and say, all right, I want to make a new page in the same style that we did before, and it will remember all of this. All right, so now we've got purple. We still have a summary. I'm not sure we got a whole lot more. Oh, we got more information here, I think, in these accordions.
Oh, cool.
So when it's done and you have what you want, you would just click the little code link here, and then you can select and copy your code and then go over to Brightspace and just put it into an HTML file. So I can show that part of it too. Travis, I probably didn't share that screen.
Yep, no problem. We can toggle that over.
Okay.
I'm curious as well, in your preview pane, I saw there was like a floating button that had something that kind of looked like an AI symbol. I'm curious what that does, but you can proceed with this first.
Okay, so let's do this. So we're going to go to Upload, Create, and create a file. And then we just click on the little code icon. So I'm going to remove the style sheet that tells Brightspace what these pages should look like, because Gemini has its own, but you can actually give that style information. You can copy and paste that over to Gemini and have it use that to create the files. And then it will follow the same headings and colors and things like that we typically use in our Brightspace templates.
at that.
Or why.
Yeah, you will notice at times that Brightspace doesn't always play nice with all the formatting changes. There's always kind of this overhead thing that Brightspace has running that kind of can edit some stuff, but it at least gives you kind of the gist of what you're going for. And sometimes you'll even see after you save and close this and view the content itself, it may look different there than it does in this preview window too.
And once you're here, you can edit. So if I don't like bullets and checkboxes here, I can take them out once I'm in the mode. I should be able to. Maybe not. Yeah. So you can edit the page. And then when you're done, you'll save it. Oh, and the purple's back.
Yeah.
So you've got this nice page that took you just a few seconds to build. And it's a little bit more interesting for students rather than just sitting and reading through a whole chapter. They can do little pieces at a time and they can interact with it, which just makes it a more active learning experience for them.
And that was so fast. And like, if you spend a little more time, like in Gemini, obviously you could do much deeper customization. You could really argue with Gemini about how the structure needs to be and what content needs to be included. Like that's all within your control. So even if you don't know how to code, it's that ability to use plain language to get Gemini to code for you, which is really, really sort of exciting and cool here. And then sort of anywhere that takes code, like we've got like Google Sites and stuff like that. There are other places, even outside of Brightspace, where this might be useful in your specific work context.
Yeah, and when you're done, you can come back to your chat and get out of Canvas, which it doesn't want to let me do because I had the button clicked. But you can continue from here and build quiz questions or an outline for a slide deck or anything else that you might need that might not be in HTML code, but you can continue to use Gemini to do that. So it's building,
Nice.
interestingly, built me a quiz in HTML code, which is kind of cool.
Nice. And you can pull this out
practice
and do
quiz.
another
Sorry.
chat or something like that. Sorry, I was just going to say you could pull this out and do like another chat if you needed to or whatever too. Yeah, cool.
Right. But I kind of like the idea of having a practice quiz in the content and then you can reuse these questions or change them slightly or whatever and have another quiz later on. It's like a pre and post assessment.
Building up that knowledge, training that chatbot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is low stakes. It's ungraded. It's just practice. So yeah, quick way to build some really great content and make your courses look amazing.
Nice. Very cool, Shannon.